Hey everyone, a quick video today talking about the Denon Prime 2 screen and menus so that you guys can see what it actually looks like. Before we get any further, I would love for you guys to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, maybe even hit the alert bell. All this thing helps me build the channel and get these videos out to more people, and I like doing these videos for you guys, so help a brother out. Anyways, so we're doing a walkthrough of the screen on the Denon Prime 2. Big shout out to O'Neal Tomlinson, who in the comments of my big Prime 2 video asked me to do this video, make this walkthrough video. So O'Neal, this video is for you. I hope it answers some questions. Now let's take a look at the menu. Okay, so first things first, let's turn on the controller. All right, Engine OS 1.51. We're all loading up here. So the first screen that you will get is if you want to load the user profile to the player. So if you have a hard drive built in, or if you are plugging in a USB stick or a USB hard drive, this is going to come up after you have formatted that hard drive and loaded it in the Engine Prime software. So you can load the profile, you can load your settings for the way you like the controller to be laid out. It'll be there, and it'll also load all the music. So yes, we're going to load this profile, and here we are. So this is the main screen that you see when you first come in. So if you hit the view button, here you are. You can see this is the main track view. And let's bring it back here. So let's walk through the menu options on the side first. So up here, this little USB stick is your source select. So right now I'm selected the Smith Prime USB 2. So it's plugged in the back here on the back ports. And that's my hard drive with my library. If I select Beatport link, it'll prompt me to enter in my Beatport username and password, which I'm not going to do in front of you guys, so we're not going to do that. We'll do Beatport link on another video. And the same thing, you can go into SoundCloud. It'll give you a link. It'll give you a code that you have to enter in to connect, and it's the same way with Tidal as well. But for these purposes, we're just going to work off of the hard drive. So this is the crate icon. If you select this, it brings you into all of your crates. Now I mostly have mine loaded into under Prime DJ, and actually I have done some videos that talks about how I organize my music, which I'll link to up in the cards. But selecting this brings me in, and I have all my crates. I can select sub crates. They all pop up, pop right back, and there we are. This next icon is playlists. Now, honestly, I don't use the playlists all that much, as you can see. I have a few in here. I'll use these sometimes for like a mix or something like that, but I mostly work in the crates myself. You can also see your history here as well. So all the tracks you've played, every time you've played something, all lines up right here. This is your prepare crate. So I have some tracks loaded in here already, and you can slide the track left to remove it from prepare. So right there it says remove from prepare, release to accept. Or if I bring it back, it's on. So let's see. I'm going to pull this one off. I don't want to listen to this one. Remove from prepare. But maybe I want to put in this regulate on. And just hit load, and it's loaded into my first track here. So this is a pretty good time for us to look through this. So we have two horizontal waveforms here. Slide down, you have your menu to enable your effects, hit quantize, do continue play if you're doing that. You also have a record button, and all you have to do is press start and stop. And then if you do save as, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Saved it right onto my hard drive. With the effects, you're going to use the effects select knob above the player to go through each and select what you want. You can see everything's kind of tweaking here, and then my wet dry is there as well as the on off button, which you can just see at the edge of the frame here. If you'd like to see more about the effects layout, I'll link to the big Prime 2 overview video that I did, which actually triggered the creation of this video. So going in again back to our main menu, hit the folder. This is your entire music folder. This is everything. It takes a little while to load, but I promise you, this is where you can go deep down into your music folders on your hard drive. So let's talk about search. So there's a couple of different ways to search. You'll notice this little upside down arrow here. We're going to click that, and then we can select what it searches. So what fields in your metadata it searches. So for me, I keep title, artist, and I like to do comment too because I put a lot of tags and information in the comments that I use for searching my tracks. But again, you can search all or just select what you want. There is a little warning here to let you know that to reduce search time, don't select too many things. This is why I like to work with title, artist, and comment. I do put genre information in my comments because sometimes there's stuff that crosses over, so it'll be a pop dance track or a pop house track or a hip hop house track, and I put it there so that when I search, everything comes up that I want. We have the sort button, so right now I have my views sorted by BPM. So if I hit BPM, I can say, oh, no, I want to sort by artist. Or no, I want to sort by length. And everything sorts by the length of the track. And see up here, I am connected to Wi-Fi. If you hold down the view button, we'll go into our utility menu. In here, we can set our Wi-Fi settings. So it already has my Wi-Fi connected, so we're not going to change that. We'll go back to view, utility. So you can set your sensitivity for the nudge. You can listen to track previews in the library. I can turn that on and off. Screen brightness, I have it obviously set to max right now, especially since we're doing a live video. It's set attenuation for your mic. Here we can choose to send the mic to the booth output. Now remember, on the Prime units you have the master out as well as the booth out. You can do isolate, IQ, or normal. I actually kind of like isolates myself. I think I had an old Newmark mixer that did isolate like way back when, like 20 years ago, and I like it. You can also set your crossover frequency for your highs and your lows, which is also kind of awesome. Select the resonance of your filter. If it's a kill filter, if you want it to bleed through. So you can turn on and off your integrations here. And then here's the basic device info and your firmware update. So we'll go to the source menu here. Now, like I said, I only have my hard drive plugged in here, so this is the only source that shows up. If I plugged in another USB stick or something like that, then we'd have more sources show up here. You can also see that our Wi-Fi connection's there again. And so up here we have computer mode. So this would be used for, like, if you have the hard drive put into your player, this is how you connect it to Engine Prime on your laptop or whatever music, computer you have to get your music onto the Prime unit. So I'm not going to do that right now because we're not doing that right now. And then let's see what else we got here. Yes, our preferences. And so again, we can set this to be the way that we want it, and you can save your profile to your drive. So obviously when we started, I loaded this profile in, and this is where it's all set. So you can set your playback options, track loads, playback cue position, your range for your pitch faders. You can select it here. You can also do this on the unit itself while you're playing by selecting shift and then the plus and minus on the pitch bend button. Your sync modes, whether you want to be beat, bar, or tempo. How you want your sync buttons to work. And all this is editable on the fly. So you can change this as you're playing, change your default loops, all of that. So I like dynamic with the track end warning. You can make it so that you can't load a track on an already playing deck, which is awesome because I know that sometimes I try to do that and when I'm moving too quick. I know some other softwares have that, but yes, you can do that here. Then you can select how your library shows. So I have this my BPM range set to 78 to 155. I should probably bring it back down to 68 to 135 because there's so much of that hip hop these days that is kind of in that lower range. So maybe I should change that, but that's fine. And then if you're searching by BPM, you can also set a tolerance for BPM range. So say you're searching for a 120 BPM track, but if you have it set to +3, it'll show you maybe a 121 or 122 or a 119 or a 118 if it goes well. Of course, you can also change your deck colors right there, which is kind of cool. I just keep them blue, but you do you. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you're looking at a Prime 2, this is what you get. That's why I made this video, so you can see what it actually looks like, first person perspective. If I didn't cover any questions that you may have, or you have more questions about something, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. And as always, like, subscribe, all those things. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.